and welcome to PPGYT. My name is Samantha, and I'm going to be guiding you guys through a 30-minute beginner booty workout today. When I say beginner, that doesn't mean that this is your first time working out. Maybe you're just coming back from a little bit of a break, wanting to get back into your rhythm. This workout is going to be perfect for you. So guys, you don't need any equipment. You just need your body. Bring out a mat if you want, or a nice towel, and we're going to get started. So let's start with feet to the front, parallel position. Before we start bending or moving or anything else, I want you to first feel a heaviness through your tailbone, relax your rib cage down, and we're here with our corset already on. Back is going to stay nice and neutral. If I turn to the side, as you bend your legs and you go down, we're going to keep a neutral spine, just at that halfway sit, imagining we're sitting on a chair, and then we're going to push all the way back up. Yeah, so keep that neutral spine, down's nice and slow, and push back up. Now, as you go down, you're going to make sure your weight goes into your heels and that your knees are not sliding over to the front of your toes. So check that for yourself. Maybe you have a mirror in your space and push back up. Neutral spine, we go forward with the chest, bend the legs, push the floor away. And we go down and push. Now, as we push that floor away, from that bottom sit, you're going to start to squeeze those glutes. And again, we go down, down, push the floor, squeeze, 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 and down, and push, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to do 2 more, down, and push, back up, 1 more, down, and push, back up. Good. Now let's bring those feet underneath us. We're going to start to move that a little bit more. So just with one leg at a time, step out to the side and start to bend through both legs again. Push off that outside leg and come back to the center. We're going to do the same thing again. Same leg goes down, bend, and push back up and center. We go down and push back up. Down, bend, and push. Great, guys. So making sure as you bend through those legs, imagine you have a little belt around your waist that's keeping your core supported. And we're never going to just arch our back and let everything free here, yes? Control that body. Last time this side, and push back up. We're going to go with the same thing, other leg. Side step, push back up. And again, side step, and push. Once again, side step, and push. Great, guys. Side bend and push. We're going to do 3 more here. 3 and push. And 2 and push. 1 more here, side and push. Great, guys. All right, give those feet a little shake. We're going to come down to our mat. And we're going to come into a tabletop position. Tabletop is a favorite. So we have hands that are going to come underneath the shoulders. My knees are underneath my hip line, and I'm going to flip my toes so I have a little bit more stability through the body. Now, as I'm here, I'm going to imagine that I have a book on my back that is going to be able to balance, and on that book, we also have a glass of water. Ooh. So imagining all of that, we're going to try to balance that on a nice flat back. And as I'm here, I'm lifting my belly button up into my spine, but not constricting my breath, yes? So still keep that fluidity through the lungs, but we're supporting the abdominals towards the spine. So as you're here in your neutral position, one arm is going to come off, and you're just going to start to reach that out to the front. Find the balance, and bring that hand back down. Now choose your other hand, reach it out, keep the back neutral, and bring it back down. Other arm again, just reach it out, keep your hips square, everything towards the mat, and place back down. Other arm will go reach, and hand comes down. Good. Now we're going to lift those knees up and off. So keeping your back nice and neutral, that book and that glass of water is still there. We're going to lift those knees, come up for a little hold, and then release those knees back down. And again, we'll lift those knees off, find a little hold, and knees go back down. Once again, 2 more. We'll go lift those knees, little hold, and down. 1 more time, neutral back, lift the knees, hold, and and back down. Wonderful. Now we're gonna keep going lower. So we're gonna release those toes to the floor now. I want you to take your right foot, flex the foot, and bring it in towards the butt. Now, as you're here, we're gonna keep that neutral spine we just found in that hold through the reach of the arms, and you're gonna start to kick your foot to the back, all the way away, as if there's a floor underneath the flat of your foot and you're pushing it away. Now you're gonna bend that leg in, back to where it started, keeping that shoulders, hips, everything square to the mat. Once again, push that heel out to the back, bend it back in, nothing else moves. We go push, heel, and bend back in. And as you start to push away, feel that glute working to control the press and engage the squeeze through the straight line and in. We're gonna do 2 more here on the same side. Send the heel away, push, and bend back in. 1 more this side. Send it out. Now I want you to hold it there in one straight line. We're gonna tap that toe down to the floor. Good, now from here, you're gonna squeeze your glute to lift the leg up. Tap the floor down, squeeze, lift, tap it down, and squeeze, lift, and tap down. Now once again, make sure you're checking in with that upper body and that you haven't lost that book and that glass of water. Good, let's do 3 more with the lift, and tap, 2, and tap, and 1, and tap. Now keep that toe to the floor. Light on that toe though. Yes, imagine there's glass underneath, and you're gonna start to slide your foot out to the side, and then slide it back in, just over the floor the whole time. Slide it open, and slide it center. Thinking about reaching through that leg, long, 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 and out of the hip, and slide it back in. We'll do 3 more with the slide. And in. 2 more here. 2. And in. 1 more. Open it out. And close back in. Good, guys. Bend that knee into the center. We got some nice heat happening on that one cheek. Push back over your heels. Take a second just to release. Good. You can let those hips hang over onto that right side that we were just working. Okay, we'll bring it back to that center. We're gonna rock forward, and we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other leg. So back to your tabletop. Release the shins to the floor. Flex the heel into the seat. Make sure we're lifted from the abdominals from under and relax through the shoulders above. We're gonna start to press that heel away, find some pressure, and bend that knee back in, keeping the back neutral, and push that heel. Find a little squeeze in the lengthen, in, and in. Push it away. Push, little squeeze, and in. Good, and again, press away. Feel the back of the knee fully straightening, and bend back in. Once again, push away. Check that back. Check your water. Yes, hips stay square to that floor. Bend back in. We're gonna go out 1 last time. Send the heel away, keep it in line with the body. Keep that squeeze. Now we're gonna tap that floor. Little tap with the toe, and squeeze back, lift. And tap it down, and squeeze up, lift, and little tap. Keep thinking about that belly button being attached to a string and is being lifted up into the heart. And again, squeeze to lift and back down. We're gonna do 3 more here, and down, and 2, and down, and 1, and down. Now keep that toe light on the floor, send it away from the body, out to the side, and back to the center. Trace the toe over, and back in. And open, keeping those hips square, and slide it back in. Keeping those arms nice and neutral, not letting them bend. Good, guys, you're gonna do 2 more slides. and back in. And one more slide. And back in. Good. Bend that knee in and push back over those heels. Find another release. And walk your hands over to one side. Let the hip hang over. Wonderful. And we'll walk those hands back to the center and roll ourselves up. Great, guys. So we found that connection of our glutes through that lifting position. We're gonna turn ourselves around and find that connection from underneath through the press, yes? All right, and now we're gonna come onto our back and into our hip thrust. So let's bring those feet down flat onto the floor. And we have our hands beside our hips, and then we're going to bend the arms, and we're gonna find this force as if our elbows are going down towards the floor as our hips are driving up. So even though our arms are down, we're imagining we're pushing those elbows down as those hips come up. So start to tuck through your pelvis, drive the hips up, and you're gonna hold at the top of your bridge. Make sure your rib cage is relaxed and that you're not pushing through your back cables, but keeping those hips in line with the rest of your quads and squeezing from under your seats. Lower your hips back down, and we're gonna repeat that same thing again. Drive your hips up, press your elbows down, focus on your glutes, not through the back, and then release those hips back down. And again, drive the hips up, hold for the squeeze at the top, and lower back down. And again, push up, little hold, and back down, and down. And again, push through the heels. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Imagine you're trying to crack that walnut, and lower back down. And again, push through the heels. Squeeze to lift, and back down. We're gonna do 2 more like this. Drive the hips up, hold at the top, and lower back down. Now last time, drive the hips up, and you're gonna hold at the top. Now from here, you're gonna let those hips lower down as if you're going all the way, but stop at the half and squeeze to come back up. Lower the hips half and drive, push back up, keeping that squeeze between the cheeks. Hold something the whole time, and down half, and drive, push up, and down half, drive, push up, down, and push, go 3, and push. Definitely getting that burn here. Don't let that release happen. Equal force through both feet. Come up now, hold that bridge at the top for 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and release those hips back down. Now hug those knees into the chest. Give your hips a little wiggle. And we're gonna rock ourselves back up. So we're gonna lay down onto our side now, and we're gonna come onto our elbow. As we're here on our elbow, we're gonna make sure that we're not here with our rib cage sinking down. We're going to lift up through that side waist. Bring your hand to your hip so that you can use this as an assistant to make sure that we're keeping those hips square and that we're also using the thumb to check the engagement of that rotating glute at the top. So as you're here with both legs bent, toes are going to be in line with the spine, shoulders are relaxed, hand is to the hip. We're going to start to rotate this knee open, keeping your hips square. So as I rotate, this is maybe your max range. Don't start to rotate if that hip goes with you. Yeah, so check that hip to the front, start to rotate that knee open, create a small diamond, and close that knee back down. And again, we rotate open, and close back down. Keeping some length here through the side of the hip and the rib cage. Don't let that get short. Lift and rotate open, and close back down. And rotate open, close back down. We're gonna do 3 more. Up, and close. 2 more, lift, and close. 1 more, open it there. Now hold that diamond. Just hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close it all down. Good, we're gonna come a little bit further onto that leg. Come all the way down onto your side. You can release your head or still keep it supported here. Bring your knees a little bit more in front. So you're now in less of a diamond here. You're now going to bring those knees right in front of your hips. Heels are gonna be in line as if there's a flat here through the front of the shins. From here, send that hip away at the top. Pull your navel into your spine and keep that engagement as you start to lift your whole top leg. You're gonna imagine you're lifting something up and you're controlling that knee back down. We lift it up and control it down. So still keeping that engagement through the core. Imagine you're flat up against a wall with your back. Close back down. And lift the knee and the heel together. And close back down. We have a lift and a close. 2 more here. Lift it up and close back down. 1 more. You're gonna lift it up. Now hold it there. I want you to start to kick that leg to the front and bend that leg back in. Keeping that knee right where it is. We're just extending and bending that top leg out. And bend. And again, reach it front. Bend back in. And again, reach to the front. Bend back in. We're gonna do 1 more out. You're gonna hold that toe. Just hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and little shake. Good. Give that little tap, tap on the one side. We're gonna do this all on the other, guys. So mermaid yourself around. And we come down onto our side elbow. Let's check that corset and that waistline. Make sure we're nice and relaxed, long through the neck. Elbow's gonna come right underneath that shoulder and drop that top hip away. Create that space here through the side. My heels are in line with the rest of my spine. Hand is to the top of the hip. Rib cage is relaxed. And we're gonna rotate just the knee. Keep your toes together. Rotate it open. Keep those hips square and close back down. So just like that first side, if we maybe arrive to here and then that hip starts to rotate open, be honest with yourself. Yes, keep that hip square, rotate to your maximum without the extra rotation in the hip, and close back down. And again, rotate open and close back down. Meanwhile, keeping that rib cage relaxed. Corset is on. We have 3 more open and close. And 2 and close. 1 more. Open it up to that diamond. Hold it there. Keep the knee still for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close down and all the way. We go a little bit further onto that arm. You can fully release the head or come up onto your hand. Now drive the knees a little bit more up to the front. Flatten out so that you're in a 90-degree position through the legs. Yes, we're gonna send that top hip away from the rib cage so that we're still supported through the bottom waistline and not just here relaxed. Yes, no Netflix. Here we are with knee and heel lifting up together. Create the space between the inner thighs and use that top hand to check that hip. Lower the knees back down. We lift it all up together, lift up, and close back down. And imagine you're still flat up against a wall. So that top hip is not going to rotate and open up to the ceiling. Close back down. And again, we lift, close back down, and lift, and close. Let's do 2 more here. Rotate up, and close back down, and lift. Now hold it here, start to kick the leg out to the front, and bend back in. We go kick to the front, and bend, and extend, and bend. We go extend to the front, and bend. Keep that core engaged. We have 3 more, and bend. 2 more out, and bend. Last one here, send it out to the front. Keep holding it here. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that toe down. Give it a little tap, tap. Let's roll up. Let's release before we continue to stand up, guys. Bring your right foot in front of the left. Sit bones nice and grounded to the floor. We take an inhale. Exhale, walk yourself forward. Palms off and fingertips reaching. And roll back up. Switch your other leg to the front. Let those knees just drop down. No tension in those hips. Take an inhale. And exhale, just walk your hands out to the front. Maybe we only come to here. Maybe we come a little bit further than you are today. Just listen to your body. Roll back up and up. And let's come into standing, guys. So we have our space underneath. If you have a yoga mat, that might help so that you're not sliding. If you have socks on a hard wood, make sure that you're nice and stable. So we're gonna go into some wider positions. We have our feet with our toes to the front, and we're gonna take one leg and send it all the way to the back. So I now have my weight between 2 feet. My hands are gonna come to the hips, and I'm gonna make sure my hips are already square to my own front. I want you to transfer your weight a little bit to that front foot so your back heel comes off. And we now have the position to go bending through both legs with weight between 2 legs, making sure that front knee does not go beyond that front toe. So drop your tailbone down, feel the waistline connected. We're gonna bend through 2 legs, let your hips go down through the center. Now push through that front heel and squeeze your front glute to come up. Now again, we're gonna bend down through 2 legs and push to come back up. We go down and push back up. Good, we go back down and push. And down. Keep those hips square, hands to those hips. Keep that tension on that front seat. And push back up. Down, down, and push. We have 2 more here. Down and down. Weight through both feet and push. Last one goes down. And press, come back up. And shake it out. Good, guys. Now let's try that on the other side. So make sure as you set yourself up, toes will be to the front, and as you take your step back, make sure you have some space here in between. 2 crossed in, and you're gonna be struggling with that balance. Yeah, so here we are with the hands to the hips. Transfer your weight forward, bring off your back heel. And we're gonna tuck that pelvis under, make sure we're engaged through the waistline. And as we bend through both legs, let the hips come in between, hips stay square, and we drive to come back up. So even though there's a weight through both front and back leg, find that push through the front leg to come back up. Goes down, and push back up. And be honest with yourself as well. If you're just coming back into your routine with your body or just getting started for yourself, limit that range of motion. Maybe we only go to that half bend and then push back up. Be honest and true to yourself. We're gonna do 2 more here, guys. Down and push. 1 more all the way down. Last one, push the front leg to come up and shake those legs out. Great. Let's challenge that balance a little bit more. We're gonna be stepping out to 1 leg and pressing yourselves all the way to come back. Yes, not too far and falling over. So bring your feet parallel now. We're gonna take a big side lunge out to the side. And as you step out with that foot, I want you to allow your back to stay neutral. And you're going to bring your chest slightly forward so that you can hinge through your hips and find weight into your standing heel. So as I'm in that position, I can almost tap that toe, knowing that my weight is majority into the heel. With a straight back, you're gonna push from the floor to come back to the center. You're gonna bend over, send it to the side, push to come back up. I hinge through the hips, right glute pushes, squeeze to come back up. Yes, now keep watching that knee. Make sure if you're struggling with this position, take that side step just a little bit smaller. And back up. We're gonna do 5 more this side. And again, 4. And 3. 2 more this side. Last one, go down, hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and push. Great, guys, give that a shake. Let's try it on the other side. So into your diagonal, keep that back neutral. Make sure that waist is on, yes, so that you're not sinking into your pelvis and your hips and making it heavier for yourself to come back up. Yeah, so as you go into your side lunge, come into the bend, hinge through those hips, keep that back straight, tap the toe to check where the weight is, and then we're gonna push back up. Yes, let's do this all together. We go side bend and push, and side and push. So now that bending leg is gonna have majority of that push to come up, support that seat, and press to come back up. We go side and push. Let's do 3 more. And push. 2. And push. Last one, you're gonna go side, hold it here, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push back up. Great, guys. All right, give that a little shake. Take a small sip of water if you need. We're gonna go into one more exercise here before the end. So I'm gonna take my feet nice and wide. Toes are into the corner, and my heels are really outside of those hip width here, because we're gonna go nice and wide and hopefully nice and deep. Depending on your range of motion and your flexibility, you can build into this, into the deeper range, but keep that technique nice and tight. So as we're here, we're gonna drop that tailbone down. I feel my feet grounded into the floor, and I roll my shoulders back. Keeping this nice and neutral spine. As I bend through my legs, I'm gonna send my hips slightly back, drive my knees open, and let my chest come slightly forward. Let's bring those arms down so that we're imagining we're coming as deep as we can to the floor. Maybe we touch it, maybe we only make it to here, and then we're gonna push back up. Yes? So we go down, let the chest come a little bit forward, and push back up. And again, try to reach to the floor, keep the shoulders open, and push back up. And open the knees, and push back up. Send the hips back, knees go open, push back up. We're gonna do 4 more like this, going into your deepest range. 3, and push. 2 more, down, and push. 1 more, goes down, and push back up. Now we're gonna go down, add a pulse at the bottom before we press back up. So we go down to the deepest, little pulse, and push all the way back up. Yes, let's do this together. We go down, pulse, and push. Down, pulse, and push. Let that chest come forward. And down, pulse. Pushing through those legs to come down, up, down, push. 2 more, down, up, down, push. Last one, down, up, down, push and release. Good, guys. Give those legs a shake. We're gonna do one little stretch here before I send you away. So bring your hands behind. We have right heel coming over the heel. Press that knee out to the side by pressing into that foot on the knee. Hands behind. And you're going to try to straighten your back as you push through the floor. Feel nice and light on your seat as you're here. And that knee is just going to continue to try to open out through the pressure of that foot. Take a big inhale. And exhale, feel that knee open up even more. And release. Good. Place that foot back down. Heel to the knee. Send that knee out to the side. And start to press through your arms into your palms so you can straighten out through your back. Feel that knee nice and open. Take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Knee goes open. And release that press. Bring both feet down. And just come into a position with soles of the feet together. Knees just dropping out. We're going to take another inhale through the nose. As you exhale, come forward with the chest and press those knees out to the side. And roll back up. Once again, inhale. And exhale. And release. Great, guys. Let's hug those knees in. Give yourself some love. Your 30-minute workout is done. This is a nice building up and a starter, just beginner. If you're maybe have taken a break or just wanting to get back into it again, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're wanting to do more, we have plenty on the playlist. So head on over if you're wanting a little bit more or a little bit less for a cool down. If you like the workout, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and make sure you subscribe so you can see what workouts we have coming your way. Have a beautiful day, and remember, we got you guys.